top of the league.
Yeah.
You know, they're the top of the league. If you think about the job that Bruce has done there, it's incredible. Won the league. Goal scoring, I think, is a big part of his philosophy as a coach. You know, he's got really attacking philosophy. The attack, and be brave in most games that they play. You know, you think about, yes, I think we won the game here last year, but the year before that they beat us by 5. So. You know, and I think they've got one of the best DPs in the league. I think in the last 3 seasons, I don't think I've seen a DP that's been as consistent as Carlos Gil. So they're going to be a real major threat. Every game that comes, we seem to be playing a team that's at the top of the league, the top 1, the top 3 last week in Atlanta. So you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, is my father used to say to me, and we've got to be equally as determined, and we've got to show that togetherness and spirit. And I think the evolution for this team now is we've got to play better. You know, yes, we like winning, yes, we like the run that we're on, but I think there's still the demands of this football club means that we just need to keep making improvements. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Everyone wants to play. You saw the other night about we rotated the game, and we've got players, you know, that are really pushing for a starting position. We are down to our bare bones, I've got to say. I mean, everyone has got to play their part. Everyone's got to be ready to play. We've got a fantastic run of fixtures coming up, where we can really make a headway in terms of where we want to be. No, I mean, and a defeat could take you to the bottom, and a win can take you up to 4th or 5th. So I think the incentive is there for us to keep climbing the league, but we've just got to take it a game at a time. I think we're still in the building phase. It feels like we're still in the building phase. We're still integrating players. We've still got players that are probably just 10% off where they need to be, but they're getting there. And but the spirit of this, the spirit of the club, not just the team, has been incredible. You know, you think about going 0-6, and you think about the pressure that comes with that. The whole club rallied around everyone. The whole club supported. I could feel it, not just from the players, the staff, the business side, the ownership. This club when it's probably at its lowest is probably when it's at its best, because the spirit of the Mas brothers, the spirit of David shines through more than anything. And you know, I think we want to see that spirit on Saturday. Josie's ready. Yeah, he's. Did you
talk to him after the game?
Yeah, he was in a great mood after the game because we won. You know, I said in my press conference that, you know, I like the passion that he showed. I think passion is probably, when you think of Joseph Martinez, passion is probably his biggest quality. Saturday he'll bring that. I said last week against Atlanta that for him individually, I thought the tide had turned for him, and I think this Saturday against New England, I think we'll see what he's all about. I think in the next 7 games, there's definitely times when we're going to play for it. I think the David Ruiz leaves after the game on Saturday, so then, you know, we've got to think about the quality that's needed on the pitch. Joseph's well in the hunt to start on Saturday. Sergei's touch and go for Saturday. He wants to be ready, but I feel as if that we've just got to be careful. I think tomorrow's training session is going to be vital. If he can come through that pain-free, then I think he'll be okay. But we're not going to take any risks with any players.
Calf with him?
Yeah, calf. Yeah, it's day to day. It's not something that's going to be out for a long time. Schneider took a kick in the last minute of the game on Tuesday. The ref didn't even give a foul, and it was a real poor tackle. And yesterday he was in a boot. He was in a boot on his ankle yesterday. Today's a lot better. He's a young boy. He's a quick recovery, so we expect him to be back. Noah Allen's back in the squad on Saturday, which will be good because we've got Franco Negri out suspended. And apart from that, Ian Frey, probably we're thinking about maybe another 7 to 10 days. Yeah, I think he's developing really well. I think his mindset has changed. I think, you know, last season being an MLS2 player, playing to a really good level in the MLS2, you know, when he came up to join the first team, sometimes with young players, they just lack that little bit of belief maybe that they belong on this stage. I think from the start of pre-season, I see a player that now believes that he should be on this stage. You think about the qualities that he's had, the setup for the goal the other day. You think even back to last season when he came in against Montreal, his cross got us into 6th place, you know, the goal. So his quality is definitely in terms of his production. his quality of his crosses, his quality of his passing, and he's now beginning to believe it. We've got an outstanding group of young players, and I think I'm really excited that they're going to get their opportunities, and it just feels as if it's a little bit weird for Harvey, and it's weird for me, and it's more difficult for him. But he's overcoming that. He's dealing with that. It's difficult for him, but he's doing really well, and we're really pleased with him. Yeah. Well, we're a tight family. It's not as if he lives somewhere on his own and he's away from it. We're a tight family that, if you hurt one, you hurt us all, and then that's the hard bit. The criticism, the expectation. I'm on the touchline thinking about the 11 players, but one of them is my son. We've got to block that out. I think that's something that we're working really hard with him, is that he's got to be really selfish and think only about himself. I think the one consistency that he will have in his life, that he will always have a mum and dad that are there for him. So apart from that, he's just got to go out and look after himself, create his own pathway, forge his own career, and keep improving. I broke into the team with five of my friends, and it's not on the pitch. It's almost like when you go into the first team dressing room for the first time. If you're on your own, it's intimidating. With five of you, you've got five mates in there with you. You're almost creating your own spirit within the group. It's when you go out into the training ground, you have your own fun in your group. So I think that's the special bit about this group, and it's really important that we keep this group together. Schneider, Harvey, Ian Frey, Noah Allen, Ben Har, David Ruiz, CJ De Santos. They're coming up together. They're almost like a pack. They're almost like a pack coming up together. They're in it together. When one does well, they all celebrate. When two does well, they all celebrate. It's really powerful. Yes, there are going to be times when they'll show their experience. They'll have dips in form. We saw that. We've seen that in the last two games. But by Lord, they will fight for you. And I think at this moment in time, I don't think I've ever been as excited about a period in this football club where one of our pillars is producing young players, is playing young players. I think over the next 5 or 6 weeks, we're going to see 4 or 5 on the pitch at the same time, which really excites me.